So I'm actually about to leave the house and we're going to be going out of town today to a few antique stores and then also to hopefully some Amish stores. At the antique stores, I'm looking for some cast iron skillets, probably the bigger ones. I want at least like maybe an 8, possibly a 10, maybe a 12 if I can find it, but I want an older one, probably the Griswold or the Wagner brand, just because if you know like anything about cast iron, the older ones are just so much lighter in weight. And then I love the bottom of the inside of the Wagners and the Griswolds. It's just a smooth surface instead of like the new modern like cast iron like the Lodge. They're like really bumpy and textured, and I feel like I can't get a good enough season on those. So that's what I'm looking for. And then also maybe some garden baskets. I need some more baskets for in the garden. And at the Amish stores, I'm gonna be looking for a couple different things. We're right in the middle of canning season right now, so a mandolin would help me so much with like pickles and slicing, things like that. And then also one of the choppers that you like slam down and it cuts it into cubes. Usually you see them on like TV ads and stuff, but one of those, I know that they have both. So usually they're a little bit better quality than what you can get at Walmart, but I'm not really sure. And then possibly some cupcake tins, because right now I only have one and I would like to add at least one more so that I can do a double batch in the oven whenever I'm cooking all my zucchini muffins and stuff. But I'm just gonna bring you guys along with me today as I go shopping, and then I'll do a haul whenever I get back home. From the Amish stores and the antique stores, and I thought I would show you guys what I got. We'll start with the Amish store. So everything from the Amish store is brand new, and it's stuff that you can order off Amazon or get from Walmart, but typically what they have is a better brand and just a higher quality, but you do pay a little bit more for it. And then some of the things I have noticed that you can get from Walmart are actually cheaper at the Amish stores just because they get it wholesale. So they get a much cheaper price, and then they can market it to you at a cheaper price. So some of this stuff was a little bit cheaper, and then some of it is a little bit more expensive. But I do know that the stainless steel that I buy there is quite a bit cheaper. Anytime I can support local or a small business, I'm going to, instead of going to Walmart or ordering offline. So the first thing that I got was 3 of these lids. And these actually fit my gallon mason jars. So I don't, in fact, you hear these pickle jars. I can my pickles in gallon jars, also sometimes in quarts, just whatever I have. But the lids that I bought with the jars, they're plastic. So these, they have the rubber seal so that you can actually can in these lids. So these are $2 a piece. And then I got this 13 quart strainer, which is massive, and it was $21.95. This is mostly just going to be used for like my canning stuff. If you saw my last, maybe it was 2 videos ago, I can't remember. I bought a 20 quart stainless steel bowl from the Amish store also, and so now that I had a big bowl, I needed a big strainer, and that is just for pretty much either like big batch cooking days or just the canning days, because if you've ever canned, I like to do all of my canning in one day, especially if I'm doing like one item. So if I do green beans, of course it's how much I get out of the garden, but I'm going to do all that I have. And so like the potatoes I did the other day, it would have been helpful to have like bigger bowls and a bigger strainer. And then the cabbage, because I like to do all of my canning for the whole year in one day, if that makes sense. I don't like to can the same thing like multiple weeks in a row or anything like that. I do have to with green beans just because that's how they come on. The other thing I got was 2 of these lids, and they were $6.25 a piece, and these go to my Nordic Ware bakeware pans. They're half sheet size. The 2 pans that I bought at Walmart, I needed the lids for it because on like Christmas dinners and Thanksgiving dinners, I'm always the one that brings rolls. So I need lids so that I can transport my rolls up there, because we tried doing it with cling wrap and it did not work. So I got these lids, and now I have a lid for all of my sheet pans. So these were $6.25 a piece. These were $7.99, and it's 100 bags, and they're quart size or 6x9, and they are 4 mils. So they are a very thick bag, and I got 2 packs of those. I like that these are freezer quart bags just because they are so handy during canning season, because like I said, I like to do all my canning in one time. So if I like my blackberries the other day, I froze some of them. So these bags are just always handy to have. This I also got, and it's a mandolin. You can also get these at Walmart. I have seen these there before, but I just didn't want to go all the way to Walmart. But it was $25.92. But this is going to be so handy for my cucumbers, as you can see back here. So also I wanted this for the shredder, because if I just have 1 or 2 zucchinis, I don't want to have to get out my food processor just to shred. And then also my cheese, I wanted to be able to shred it on here. This was one of the most expensive things I got, which it's a fruit and vegetable chopper, and it was $38.75, but it seems really heavy duty. That's why I paid for it, just because it seems heavy compared to most of them at Walmart and stuff. They're super cheap, like lightweight. But I was wanting one of these so bad whenever I did my jalapeno peppers the other day, and it would just be so simple to just slice it and put it in there and chop it, and that way you're not wasting so much time chopping. And I like how this comes with 3 different attachments, so you can pick like chop, slice, and dice. So I'm excited to try this out, and I'll let you guys know what I do like out of this haul and what I don't. If I link it down below, then that means I like it. So, because this video will go up in like 2 weeks, I think, or a week. So I will have tried this stuff, and if I link it, then that means I liked it. But the next thing I picked up was 2 of these, and again, it's the Nordic Ware. I really, really like this brand. I know some people feel weird about the aluminum, but anytime that I make anything on aluminum, there's always a paper or something in between. So in here, I always put a cupcake liner, and then on my baking sheets, I always do unbleached parchment paper. So there's never really any food coming in contact with it. I know like some people say it's safe, some people say it's not, but I always just put paper down. But these were $15.95 a piece, and I bought 2 of them because my one muffin pan that I have right now, it is like this big, like, so it goes from here to here, but it only holds 12 muffins, so it takes up my entire oven rack. These I'll be able to put in like this, stack them this way and slide 2 in, instead of with the other muffin pan I had, I could only fit 1. So I just picked up 2 of these, and I like that these have lids. I can also transport the cupcakes. So I think that's everything that I got from the Amish store. And then now what I picked up from the antique store was, the first thing is this McCoy bowl, and it does have a crack in it, but it was only $3, and it's yellow, so I really like that. But I thought it would be cute just to set in the kitchen here, or to even use, as long as I don't drop it anymore. I didn't drop it, it was already broke. But I think it would be so cute to just sit in here in the kitchen and just put fruit in, or just whatever. So that's what that is. And then the next thing I picked up was this apron, and it's a half apron. It does have a little pocket here, and it was $3. So I just picked this up because you could tell somebody spent time making this and stitching it out. because it does have a lot of detail work, but also I really like half aprons. It depends on what I'm doing, on if I want a full apron or just a half apron, but that was $3. The next thing I got was this basket. I cannot remember how much this was. I'm gonna try and hang it on the side of my hutch above the crock. If you've watched my kitchen organization tour or whatever, then you'll know what I'm talking about, but I want to hang it there. That way we can have somewhere to put our baskets. That way they have a place to go and they're not just like setting all over the house. That way we just know where they're at and we can put it back whenever we're done. These next two things, they're like old mashers. I really have no idea if that's really what they are, but that's what I'm going to use them for, and I plan on using them for canning. So they both fit perfectly down in a jar, and I want to be able to like smash my cabbage down. This would have been so handy to tightly pack my cabbage in there, green beans, whatever. So I got one in case I don't want to put so much force. I can just like lightly press. This one was $3 and this one was $8. So I'm going to clean them up really good and use them for canning in my jars. The last two things that I picked up was, this one is a 10-inch cast iron skillet, and it was $47.50, and it says it is an unmarked Martin skillet. I had to look it up on eBay because I'd never heard of that brand before, but I went ahead and got it because it does have a smooth bottom, and it's light, so much lighter than the modern like Lodge cast iron skillets. So that's why I did buy this. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have. But I did a quick eBay search before I bought it, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, it did say that they are USA made, and they are pretty expensive on eBay, so I did go ahead and pick it up. But also I just really needed a 10-inch skillet. I couldn't find a 12. I was going to buy a 12, but I just couldn't find one. And then this one is ready to go. This one's like perfectly seasoned and somebody's cleaned it up really well. This one right here needs a lot of work, and I'll probably actually do a video on it because it looks like somebody has taken a grinder to the inside of it and like made deep gashes in this skillet. But it is a Wagner and it is an 8-inch, so I did pay for it even though it is in a little bit of rough shape. But Ben does grinding every single day at work, so I know that he can do it and he can grind it down and then I can re-season it. But somebody did do quite a bit of damage in the bottom of this. But they had $45 on it, and I ended up talking with the owner of the place and he gave it to me for $30. So I did get a better deal on it, and that's honestly a really good price for a Wagner. I wish it was in better shape, but that's all it needs. Like, there's no cracks. It's in awesome shape, but somebody did take a grinder to the bottom of it, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But I'm excited to get this cleaned up and start using it. But that is gonna be it for this haul, and all of this stuff is gonna make life in the kitchen so much easier and just a lot quicker, especially with the mandolin and the chopper. That is gonna make canning days go by so much faster now.